Dave had been seeing Lisa for a few months. He was really into her. She was fun, smart, and had a way of making him laugh like no one else. But lately, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. He found himself wondering, am I really the guy she wants? Or am I just her backup plan? It started with the inconsistency in her communication. Some days, Lisa would text him all day, full of energy and interest. Other times, she'd disappear for days, barely responding to his messages or replying with a simple yep or lol. At first, Dave brushed it off, figuring she was just busy. But over time, it started to feel like he was only important to her when she had nothing else going on. One night, he decided he'd bring it up if this pattern continued. He wanted to know where he stood. He didn't want to just be someone she texted when she felt like it. Another red flag hit Dave when he realized he was always the one initiating contact. If he didn't text or call, there would be radio silence. The same thing went for their plans. Every date, every hangout, every coffee meetup was set up by him. Dave started feeling like he was putting in all the effort while she was just going along with it. The realization hurt. He didn't want to be someone's convenient option. Dave noticed something else that made him uneasy. Lisa's attention to him seemed to depend on her mood or schedule. If her friends were busy or she didn't have other plans, she was eager to hang out with him. But when her social calendar filled up, he was suddenly invisible. There were days she'd ask him over with excitement, but then the next week, she'd be distant and too busy to even grab a coffee. It felt like he was only wanted when she had nothing better to do. Dave started to see a pattern. It seemed like she only valued his company when it was convenient for her. Then there was the issue of labels. When Dave tried to talk about where they were going, Lisa would dodge the conversation. She'd say things like, "Let's just enjoy the moment," or "Why rush things?" At first, it seemed casual and fun, but the more he thought about it, the more he wondered if she was just avoiding commitment. It made him wonder if she wanted to keep her options open. The final straw for Dave came when he tried to talk about future plans. He'd ask about a concert 2 weeks out or suggest a weekend trip, but Lisa always responded with a maybe or changed the subject. She'd never fully commit, leaving him in a strange limbo. It was frustrating because he genuinely wanted to plan a future with her, but her vague responses felt like she didn't see him as a priority. One night, after another maybe from Lisa about a weekend getaway, Dave decided he was done being on standby. He realized he wanted to be someone's choice, not their backup plan. So, he had an honest conversation with her. He told her how he felt and asked if she really saw a future with him. Lisa admitted that she wasn't ready to commit, and it was the clarity Dave needed, even if it hurt. In the end, Dave walked away, knowing he deserved someone who was as excited to make plans with him as he was with them. And as tough as it was, he felt relief, knowing he'd freed himself up to find a relationship where he was the priority, not just a backup.